turn around and I see her, and that's what she was talking about. I jump over the couch and fall, embarrassing myself. I got up and I was like, well, no, she's never gonna talk to me now. So I'm an idiot. So I'm like standing there looking at her. She's looking at me, and in my head I'm just like, wow, she finna laugh, and she did laugh. I remember her laughing, and I remember that I went up to her, started talking to her like, well, that's when I asked her, do you want something to eat? She's like, yes. So I went. I couldn't find the food, so I told my mom. Mom told me it was in the thing, but that was so I went to go look for the food. Couldn't find it. When it came to her, it was like, oh, I don't think there's any food left. Then I went to my mom, and then my mom told me that she put all the food away because no one else was eating. So I was like, oh, I can get some food so I can cook it for her. Then she was like, oh no, it's okay. You don't have to go through the trouble.
I was like, you don't have to do all of that. It's fine.
So I was like, okay, cool. At the point, there was like 2 families left and then a group of people, and it was just her siblings. So I was like, you know what? That's when me, her, my cousin, and another friend of mine.
No, that's not how it happened. Okay, so I came. Well, yeah, that it went like that, but then I was like, oh, where are my kids? Like my siblings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they were outside playing with his siblings in the little trampoline thingy. And then his cousin was like, are you gonna get in? And then he looked at me like, are you gonna get in? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we went in, and we were fighting, like.
We were like wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
so,
I put him down.
I let her put me down.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
I put you down.
She'll never accept the fact, but I let her do it.
That's such
because
a lie.
I could have took her. I was skinny as hell. I used to weigh like 130 something, and I was fit at the time, so I could have done it. It's just I was trying to flirt, and it worked because now you see, 5 years later, here she is sitting next to me eating a bunch of food. So yeah, we were just wrestling for like a good hour, just in the trampoline, just like tackling each other, wrestling, knocking each other down and stuff. And eventually we get tired. It's like, all right, let's hop out. So we hop out and we go into my living room, and we're just sitting at this table that's like at the corner of my living room, and we're just talking, all 4 of us. She was quiet. It was me, my cousin, and
because I didn't even.
My friend,
I didn't know you.
She didn't know us, so, but we were all 4 of us. I was trying to talk to her, and my cousin was trying to talk to her, and my friend was trying to talk to her, but she was kind of like quiet. She was staying in the back.
Funny story.
Tell her.
His cousin was the one that asked for my Snapchat first,
and because at first he thought that
I was his age.
Yeah, she was his age.
I looked that young before.
I think my cousin was like, 14? Right? Was he 14 at the time?
No. That was how long ago? 5 years ago?
Yeah. He's...
More like 6.
He was not no damn 6.
More like... No.
He was like 12.
5 years
14.
ago.
Because right now he's like 17 right now.
He's 16.
16. Oh, what the fuck? That means he was like 12.
He's 11.
Were
11. They 11?
Dude, yeah, they were 11.
Guys, we don't know your age, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you're watching
it, we
I'm
forgot your
sorry.
age. But
anyway,
they were young. They were like, he was young. He was still in like middle school. I do remember he was still in middle school.
Oh yeah, because I was marrying Arden in 7th grade.
Yeah. So they were in middle school. So they were young. They were like, and he thought she was his age. So obviously she said, no, I'm not interested.
No, because I could tell he was a kid.
Yeah. So she said, no, I'm not interested. So then it was my time to shine. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I started talking to her. And I'm like, yo, what's up, blah, blah, blah. You know, blah, 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 all this, right? It's like, oh,
He just said, can I have your Snapchat too?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know, can I have your Snapchat? And she was like, she looked at me. She was like, sure. She did this. She was like, sure.
And, I mean, I can't say no to you in front of your family.
So, give her my phone. She gives me her Snapchat. It's like, cool. Easy day, right? I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to text you tonight then. And she was like, okay.
Did.
I did. She was like, okay. Then we just started eating out. We're just drinking like soda and shit. And we're just like chilling, talking, joking around, all four of us. And I think then she has to leave because it was like, I think it was around 9 at that time.
My stepdad texted me that he was on his way to go because the kids had school the next day.
Yeah.
His family has a habit of doing a lot of parties on a Sunday.
It's so weird.
Which is weird for me.
I mean, I think it was only because my dad didn't work on Sunday. I'm sitting up because I'm about to eat this. So I had to like pick it up.
How is it?
It's spicy.
It's spicy?
It's spicy.
Like really spicy?
It's pretty spicy.
Can I have?
Feel it, right?
It's not that spicy. I'm Mexican at heart. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Okay, you go.
Anyways, yeah. So it just ended. That night just ended as me saying, "Oh, I have to go to sleep," because we had school the next day.
Yeah.
But
I was in RTC.
you on the other football.
And usually there was can I say about a lot of guys?
Yeah.
So there was like a lot of guys that were into her in RTC. So it was basically like
Okay, no,
5 or 6 guys that were really into her, but she didn't like any of them. She
like,
didn't talk
like
to them.
that. No, okay, they were my friends, but I didn't like them like that.
But they liked her like that. Because when I mentioned it around one of them, they're like, really? I'm like, oh, bro, I had the biggest thing for her. So, of course, when I told them I got her Snapchat, they were like, oh, that's cool. But I could tell they were jealous. No, I was a little bit proud of myself at that moment. But
Sorry, we had to try it. I'm gonna leave you that one.
bro, she's good.
I'm gonna leave you that one.
But we're like, okay, cool. So I think it was like 2 weeks before homecoming. I was like, damn, bro, I want to go homecoming, but I don't got a date. And at the time, me and Yancy were texting,
But not that much.
that much. It was more like to be like, I'll text her, and then she'll leave me on read for like, or deliver it for like 4 or 5 hours. And then like,
or like a whole day.
Yeah, or a whole day. Or she'll text me back, she'll be some dry ass shit like, okay. And then that's it. And I'm like, ah, well. And I kept trying because I still had a really big thing for him. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, doesn't matter. So then, I think 2 weeks, I'm like, damn, I don't got a date. So I asked her, I was like, look, do you want to come to homecoming with me? And she was like,
I said I had to ask my mom.
yeah. And I told her, I'll buy you a ticket.
And it was not a way to get out of him asking.
I told her that I was going to buy the ticket and pay for the food. She didn't let me pay for the food. So,
No.
she thought it wasn't fair. So I
It's
was
not
like,
fair.
I was like,
Yes,
okay.
men should pay for everything. But I want to show him that I got myself too and I don't need him like that. Sorry. Keep going.
Don't put that in. Yeah, you put that in?
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
You gotta. Women have to show that.
Anyways, so
I
was like, okay, cool. At first, I texted her, and then I was like, oh, are you going to homecoming? And it took her like 7 hours to text me back. Look at that. I woke up the next day, I saw the text. I was like, oh, there she goes. She finally texted me back.
Because you asked me like
No, I asked you like at, I think it was like a few hours after we got back from school. It was like at 6 or 7.
Yeah, and my mom sleeps during the day, so I couldn't ask her till she woke up.
Yeah, so she texted me and she's like, no, I haven't. She told me she's never been to homecoming.
Yeah, I was like, I've never even been
at the
to
time
a
she was a
dance.
senior and I was just a sophomore. Still part of my saying
He
that.
was not no. You were not a sophomore. You were a junior.
Oh shit, I was a junior. Yeah, my fault. I was a junior. See, I don't even know my own shit. I was a junior. So she was a senior. I was a junior. I was like, okay, you want to come with me? She said she never been to a homecoming. I was like, what? You're a senior? You never been? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, how about you want to come with me? I'll buy your ticket. You don't have to worry about food. And then she was like, oh, I have to ask my mom. So we'll see. And she's like, oh, my mom said it's okay for me to go as long as someone picks us up and drops us off. It's like, okay.
No, what would I say?
No, what was it? What would you say?
My mom said I can go, but my brother has to drop me off and pick me up.
Oh, yeah, my fault. Yes, that. So, I met her brother on the first date. So, it was kind of awkward.
He didn't like you.
He didn't like me.
Nah, I'm just
obviously.
kidding.
But I still think he didn't like me. It took him a while to get to me.
I mean, he can't like you just from seeing you. He has to get to know you.
Still.
But anyways, if you don't like him, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Nah.
Anyways, what's it called? So, I think it was. So she said yes. I was like, okay, cool. So the next day I went to go buy a ticket, and I was excited. I was hyped. I was like, let's go. I'll buy a ticket. I take this fine ass girl with me to fucking dance and show her off, and we did. So I think like a few weeks go by, we're chilling, we're like cool, whatever.
That's not how it went.
No, hold up. So like a few weeks, I'm gonna tell you what I was doing in those like 2 weeks that were coming. I was going out and trying to find the best fit I can find, so I can look my best. Cause this was a date, and I was trying to look good for her.
And I wore the same dress that I wore for my birthday because my birthday had just passed, so I wore the same dress.
Yeah, I was wearing a pink.
Oh, it doesn't matter what you were wearing.
I was wearing a pink shirt. It was like a really nice shirt with like joggers and some nice shoes. it sounds not good, but I look good. I look fresh. And we were just talking most of the time. We were just getting to know each other.
He was just talking about his ex.
Don't do that. But we were talking, and we were just like getting to know each other.
We didn't even dance.
Well, the reason why we didn't dance.
Okay, Loki, that fucking dance just sucked. Like
it just sucked. It was pretty bad.
To me, the songs were like not it. The people wasn't it.
Yeah.
I think it was good that I was never allowed to go to school dances because it was not the best experience I had.
That was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad place to go on the first date. But we were like, the crazy thing is, we were just talking the whole time. We just sat down. We were just sitting down in place. We were just talking. And every once in a while, we'll go to the dance floor, and then they'll be like selling food. And there was like these chocolate strawberries that were like $2-3 for like three little strawberries. I was like, nah, fam, that's not it.
But I like strawberries.
So
he bought
I bought them for her.
Yeah.
I bought them for her, and I was like, here you go. And she ate. She's a power of bitches. The bitches are gone quick.
So it's the small things that matter, guys. You gotta go all out.
Then we're like, I think it was like 9:30, and we're like, damn, this sucks. Let's just go home. Let's just go wait outside.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh, but we haven't danced. And then we were like, oh, if they play a slow song, we'll dance, right? And then they never played a slow song, or they never did at the moment. So we were like, okay, let's just go home. When we were leaving,
like literally,
I remember saying bye to the APs and everything.
So like
the song started.
The way the exit was set up was like they had a bunch of like
APs.
lunchroom tables like blocking the exit, and there's like this little gap that people could come in and out from. But once you out, you can't come back in.
And we were about to leave.
Like we were like right there, we were like in front of those tables. Like I was about to squeeze my little butt in there.
And they started playing.
And then they started playing, what was it? Beautiful by Ed Sheeran. Or not Beautiful. I always say Beautiful, but it was Perfect.
It's perfect by
from
Ed
Sheeran.
Sheeran.
Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, Perfect. Yeah, that.
Anyways, that became our song.
That became like our together song. So we go out and dance floor. We like, as soon as we hear, we're running to the dance floor. We're like,
we didn't even run. We just looked at each other and we were like, in my head, I was like, dang, like this is meant to be, because I was not gonna dance with him because there was no good music. Yeah. But then out of nowhere, like they just put the song right when we were leaving, and I was like,
fuck it. So I grabbed her hair and we went to the dance floor and we started dancing. And let
me tell y'all something. Sorry.
Go ahead.
don't slow dance with any guy because y'all gonna fall in love. I'm just saying, like from experience, I didn't want to fall in love, or at least like I didn't fall in love at that time, but like it was more like, dang, like do I actually like him, or do I just want to friend zone him?
That's fair. I mean, I'm not tripping. I got lucky with the choice she made, so.
Yeah, so.
So we go to the dance floor. We start dancing, and we just look at each other in the eye. And I remember my heart was racing. I was like, "Holy shit! I never felt like that." Like, okay.
Sorry, guys. We have to take a break. Anyways.
Let me finish this up. So we start dancing. My heart starts racing, and we both look at each other in the eye. I'm not sure what she felt at the time, but I felt I had like, I'm not explaining it. It's just I never felt like that. It's been a while since I felt like that, and I like that feeling. Like I really did. So after the song ends, we just leave. We just like, all right, I'm done. All right.
I'm getting a phone.
Anyways, let's finish this story up. So she takes her brother to come pick us up, and we're like, okay, cool. We're out there talking still, and it was kind of weird. Like we were just talking. I don't remember what we were talking about, but eventually her brother comes to pick us up. He drops me off. They go home, and I text her, and then after that, she started texting me more frequently. She'll text me like at most she'll leave me delivered for like an hour or so. At most. So I felt happy that she was starting to text me more. And yeah.
Yeah, that was basically how we met.
You couldn't really finish the food.
Nope.
Because I got full too.
He didn't even. He took like a bite out of his bombas.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the cueritos that much, but it's because there was so many of them that I couldn't really finish it. But that chicharrón was really good. The ramen.
Yeah, I didn't even see you eat the chicharrón.
Anyways, I ate the whole chicharrón by myself. You have to mention that.
I ate most of the nachos and this thing, and I took a bite.
The birria ramen was, I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. Because I had best.
I had better things. I'll probably give it like a 5 out of 10.
Okay. The pambazo, I only took a bite out of it, but it was good.
I'm probably gonna finish it later. But
the birria tacos were good. The chicharrón, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Except for the little cueritos, but everything else was really good. And we still haven't ate the elote.
We can take a quick bite.
Okay, let's try the elote. So, we didn't try it, and this is like my favorite Mexican thing to get. What am I saying? Like, never mind. Anyways, can I borrow a napkin? And I had to stop recording because my phone ran out of storage. So go like and subscribe so I can go upgrade my phone.
Sure. Here, no, we just shared it this one.
I don't want your saliva.
I know you.
I'm just kidding. You gotta like. No, we gotta put the limon on it.
Man. You can't squeeze a lemon for shit.
Yes, I can. And our baby's up.
It looked, it tastes good. I give it like a 9 out of 10. Tasted better. It was pretty good.